Jesus desired their good. This week we continue to study the method that Jesus practiced to reach out to the people. And in this lesson specifically we talk about the key attitude of motivation that drives us to go and mingle with others.
Why would we like to mingle with people? Is it just to fulfill a duty? Because we planned to do something and we have to do it? The author presents us with two attitudes through two messengers, Jonas and Jesus, and two cities, Nineveh and Jerusalem.
And today's generation is quite full of attitude. But it's hard to compete in this department with a person like Jonah. He was quite a character. In his defense, yes, he had the commitment. And yes, he had the knowledge of God and the understanding of his mission. But compassion for the Ninevites? Or the desire for good for the people in Nineveh? Not much. What a surprise it is sometimes when we see people chosen by God for a service who are lacking love and understanding for the others.
Jonah had labeled these despicable people, and he wanted the good as he saw it, without these people. Jesus, he put all his soul and his heart for the benefit of those that didn't deserve it. He cried deeply for those that were going to kill him. Unless we really want to help people, unless we really want their good and not our own satisfaction or benefit, we better stay away. Even though God can still use us as he did with Jonah, hopefully we will learn.
When my daughter was born in the hospital, a counselor was having a workshop for new mothers. And she said, mothers always strive to be perfect in taking care of their babies. But it's unrealistic. Then she said, Mommy, instead, you have to do everything to the best of your ability. Sometimes we embrace the gospel and the church so much, it's our own baby. We become so sensitive and so detailed that we forget to forgive and to see through the failures of others. And we tend to become judgmental. The scope of our love becomes limited by the many criteria and requirements, and slowly fades away. How liberating it would be if anyway, or in spite of the circumstances, we can demonstrate love.
And the lesson talks about this anyway principle because it's important to understand that it's not about merits or deserving. Instead, we should ask ourselves, what if the roles were reversed? What if I was in the condition of the other side? What would I need? It makes a difference because it's about to desire the good of the other side. They may be our enemies or people that don't like us, but it's not about that.
And now I get it, why Jesus was never embarrassed or never shortcoming. His choice to act out of love never disappointed him. However, sometimes I find myself scared or short-tempered to show love to those who don't mean well around me.
It is about love, and if we don't have this love, we are clanging cooking pots.
The lesson opens up the page of Jesus' life where he is on the way to Bethsaida and he meets a blind man. Spat on his eyes, but that is not enough. It enabled the man to see images of trees instead of images of people. It was a distorted interpretation of the reality, much better than before, but not the real one. A second touch of Jesus' hands on the eyes fixed everything. So, Jesus is asking, do you see people? Real people in the need of help and salvation? Or are they just a background of your focus? What's on the focus of your attitude?
And this is a great story and experience for the blind man, but also for the disciples as well. Please read the text. Jesus did this because he accused his disciples that they were blind, because they were not getting what he was warning them about by saying, Watch out for the yeast of the Pharisees and that of Herod. We need this touch of Jesus because we are still blind. Why do we do good? Are we like the church that was going to close the soup kitchen because of lack of baptisms? Are we like the church that was concerned that if they invite the community for vacation, Bible school, or health screening, that the new carpet or the new bathrooms may get some damage? Or are we like the church that accepted the invitation of the community leaders to worship in the youth community park? I like how they defined church. A community that doesn't exist for itself.
This attitude of Jesus that we're talking about this week can be looked at from a personal perspective, but also from a church point of view. And finally, do nothing out of self-ambition, is Apostle Paul's advice to us personally, but as a church.
Jesus desired their good. What do we desire?